Okay, we stole this idea from another YouTuber that I like to watch. My friend Mallory, her and her husband recently did what they call the husband tag or the marriage tag. So I thought I'd introduce you to my husband, and we're going to answer the questions and talk about our
Yeah.
relationship and our life together. So this is my husband,
Hey,
Beej, or I call him Benjamin.
when I'm in trouble.
Yeah, which is all the time. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just call him Benjamin because I just like to call him something different than what everybody else calls him. Okay, so the first question is where did we meet? And I'll let him answer first, and I'll throw in
We
what I
met.
remember.
We met in I think it was late spring, maybe or early summer of 2001 when I went to a church service to a church that I hadn't been to in a while, and I went with my mom, and she was singing a song, I think during tithe and offering or something like
Yeah.
that, when churches take your money and they entertain you, feel like you're paying for something. Anyway, no, it was cool. And I remember seeing her, and I was pretty, what the word is, entranced, maybe?
Blown away.
Blown away, it's, yeah. And I remember seeing her, and then later on when I found out how old she was, I was kind of creeped out. I was like that.
No, I remember seeing him.
Like, what?
It was I was on the choir with a friend, and him and his mom came in late to service, so we were already up like on the stage, and I remember seeing
Yeah.
him, and I was like, oh my God, he's so hot. And she was like, my friend was like, oh my God, he's amazing, and we were like, he's got to be a model,
It's
and
crazy. That's what homeschoolers think models look like.
and no, and I was just sure that he
A
was
hand
probably
model.
like, I thought he was probably like 20, 21. I was 14 at the time, so you know.
I was not 21, let's clear that up. I was 17, and it just, the way it worked is we're not 3 years apart. We're like 2 years and 4 months.
You see Gaspar back there?
You know,
No. But yeah, so I didn't actually officially meet him until youth. I think like the following Wednesday after church, somebody was like, this kid, BJ, that's what they called him then, wants to meet you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like so nervous. And he came up and he's like, hey, I'm BJ or Beej. And
yeah.
he was like, how old are you? And I was like, 14, how old are you? And he was like, 17. And I was like, oh my God, 17-year-old likes me.
It was weird. It was weird because she looked, she has something going for her. She looked much older for her age then, and now that she's a young adult, she looks much younger than her actual age. So she's...
I'll take
did
it.
how did I wrote that down. I think I rushed it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Next was our first date. Technically, when we met, even though we hung out all the time, we weren't allowed to say we were dating. I couldn't say he was my boyfriend. We could only do things like with the family. The only time we were ever allowed to do something by ourselves that I remember was for my 15th birthday.
Yes.
My mom dropped us off at Olive Garden to have dinner. So I guess technically that would be our first,
Yeah, it felt like a date.
our first date. Our first like official date though was not until like late 2004 when we got back together.
Yeah, there's a very long and at times boring story between those two times, so we'll just leave that.
Well, long story short, my mom felt like I was too young to like somebody that much, so she wouldn't let me see him anymore. And then after I graduated high school and moved out, I got back in touch with him and we got back together
Yeah,
in late 2004.
That's still a very short
Yeah, it's very short.
version.
We'll have to talk about that later.
No. But yeah, it felt like a date, even having dinner like that alone. Now, Olive Garden is always where that shows the person you're with that you care about them when you take them to Olive Garden. They have breadsticks that are,
Soup.
and soup. You get linen napkins, which are awesome,
The lights are dim.
So
So
advice to
romantic.
any of you out there that want to make an impact, don't go places with paper napkins. You want linens. And paper napkins for your drinks, linens on your lap.
Okay,
Okay, anyways.
where was our first kiss? What does that mean? It was just in a parking lot.
Oh yeah, and I better not say that either. But yeah,
Why?
because somebody might watch this video and put two and two together.
I had come down because I was living in Alabama. I guess it came up to visit for Thanksgiving. His mom took me shopping on Black Friday, and we met later that evening, and went out to dinner and talked.
It was not planned. I was not trying to be smooth.
Yeah.
It was just,
Actually, I think I said, "Are you
Yeah.
not gonna kiss me?"
Yeah, she instigated. She's
Yeah.
pushy. I'm just kidding. But yeah, and I
No,
remember.
I knew you wanted to.
Yes,
And
and I was a gentleman about it too, because that was very important to me.
but it was
is-
in our Jeep, the Jeep that we still have
Yes.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
Which we won't mention. That's where he had his first kiss.
That's
with
where
his
my
other
first kiss
girlfriend.
came. But our first kiss was very weird. So
And then
she didn't know that.
U2's
City of Blinding Lights was
City of
playing,
Blinding Lights.
and that's always
been
very.
our song,
Yeah.
kind of, if we have a song.
Yeah. What's next?
Did
here?
you know? Did we know that it was the one?
I did. I can't say like as soon as I saw you, but the very first time I talked with you, I did know that, and that was weird because I didn't believe in that really so much, or the idea of it's always like a movie or a book or something like that. But I realized I think a lot of people maybe haven't experienced that, and I took their examples or their stories as the bedrock truth of that. So, and for me, it was definitely the first time I spent time talking with you. I did know you were the one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought he was the one when we first got together, but I think I was pretty convinced even after I dated a few other guys, I still was like, every time I'd see him or hear about him, I'd like
Yeah.
fall apart.
Yeah.
That we weren't together.
And when we weren't seeing each other together, during that stretch, it took me a very long time to get over that. And then about the time that I convinced myself I was wrong, it didn't take long for me to realize that I was just trying to talk myself out of it. And yeah, if I'm honest, I did know that you were it.
So romantic.
Yeah.
Okay, our first road trip.
We've not had a what you call a real road trip. We've traveled to see family or friends, like 3, 4, 5 hours, but we've
So
never had a
what-
real road trip.
What qualifies as a road trip? Like, does it have to be over a certain amount of miles?
No, I
Mhm.
think it has to be with the idea of making the trip the fun part and not a destination. Like,
Oh, okay.
like you have to just drive.
Well, I guess the first trip that we took together, was when?
I don't know.
We
We lived in Huntsville, Alabama, our first year, and we
We
would
drove
travel like 6
to
hours
North
to
Carolina.
visit our families that lived here at the
the
time.
first real trip I remember taking with him was from after he moved down to Alabama right before we got married. We drove from Alabama up to North
Yeah.
Carolina to visit
Yeah.
his parents.
But I make it fun, I'm a road trip. If you've never had a road trip with me, you've never had a road trip.
That's probably true.
Okay.
Who said I love you first? I don't even remember.
I believe that.
I would assume he did because that was
yeah.
kind of.
It's a blur now. We're old.
That was like so many years ago.
That
Like
was
what, 12?
10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really, honestly, I don't remember the first time either of us said
I'm
I
pretty
love
sure
to each
you were
other.
the first one that told me, and I think I wanted to, and I think you did first.
Was the first time I told you on the roller coaster at Carowinds? Thunder Road? I remember telling you then that I loved you.
That's good, just because she thought she was going to die.
I did think
She
I was
was
going to
praying,
die.
God forgive me for my sins.
I just
I
wanted
love
to know
you.
in case I was like, killed on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we argue about the most?
I would say we don't argue a lot. I would say in the past it tends to be that's a difficult question because I think sometimes what we argue about is if we have stress or something about other bigger issues, which almost always happens at a time when we find out we have like a $600 car bill we're not planning on, expenses, and then it'll be something like.
But then we argue about something stupid because we're stressed about that. We don't actually argue about the big problem.
The check engine light will come on, and we'll be at the grocery store, and so the fight isn't about the check engine light. It's about, why do you park so far down here?
And I sound like an ogre.
Why do you park so far?
No, but seriously, like it'll be a big stress, but then something small he does, because I'm already stressed, that irritates me even more, so I end up blowing up about small things. So we argue about small things, but because of big things.
Yeah, I don't think for the most part.
If you're married, you probably understand.
And there is other things that I think all couples deal with, the interaction of how do you relate to your in-laws, how do you, whatever. It's that can be stressful, but those are big things again that turn into little things. We're trying to get better at that because it really is. We've never had an argument that we thought was productive. It's only when we talk stuff out. Yeah.
Okay. Who wears the pants in the family? He does.
I don't say that.
Yeah.
In a cocky way at all. She's even if I didn't want to, she's very much like that. I do not believe I'm better than her, smarter than her, anything like that. But we actually work together because even though I wear the pants, so to speak, we talk to each other about any big decision all the time.
Yeah, we decide things together, but
we argue about who decides where we go out to eat because I care about what she wants. She's like, just decide.
See, I don't like to make big decisions. I mean, I like to be included in the process, but ultimately, I would rather him make the ultimate decision because, I don't know. That's just how, I guess, I don't know, I grew up, so that's the way I guess it's supposed to be.
But it works out really cool because she
It's not like he's ordering me around all the time or anything.
Would you go get me something to drink right now?
Yeah, that wasn't even a good order. Like, that was almost like asking.
Well, it's going to get ugly. Let me shut this off.
Okay, if you're sitting in front of the TV, what are you watching? Football.
College football, Alabama football, but I also care about games that can affect our season, usually in the SEC. I don't care about watching.
But he doesn't really watch a lot of TV.
Pansy Pac-12 teams. I don't care about that.
Anyway, he doesn't really watch a lot of TV though.
No, but it's mainly because
likes movies.
I love movies, and Netflix has made it easier. Favorite shows of all time, real quick. I don't know if that's another. Probably not.
No.
I love. Take it back old school. I grew up on Magnum PI. It is awesome. So awesome. I love 24. I've seen every episode ever of 24. I've seen every episode ever of the X-Files, which she loves too.
Oh, that's a good show.
I also wish I could have followed, and we'll have to Netflix, The Fringe. We watch Restaurant Impossible with Chef Robert Irvine. Yeah, but it's mainly a time thing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm leaving a couple. I got to get these in. Jericho. It's a short CBS show. I think it was CBS that came out a while back, and we're Netflixing it. Lost. I'm just catching up on. But mainly, I don't believe it or not. That's like my whole life.
The
Walking Dead.
Catch up on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but as far as like sitting
I'm
down
more
in front of the TV,
more movies than TV, and I really don't have time.
If I'm in front of the TV, what am I watching?
TLC or not Honey Boo Boo.
No.
But she watches shows with white trash inbreds that have money.
Because they're funny.
Yeah. Anyways, anything about a wedding and like.
I will admit that sadly I do like most reality TV. I shouldn't, but I kind of do.
But I also like.
It just blows my mind how crazy most of those people are.
I like there was. Who are the guys that got crabs? Oh wait, the crab boaters, fishermen, crabmen.
What was that called?
Deadly Catch or something, Deadliest
Deadliest
Catch or
Catch,
something, yeah.
Okay.
That was cool, and, yeah,
Okay.
Ice Road Truckers.
When we go out to dinner, what dressing do you get? You always get,
I don't always get
well,
anything.
75% of the time, I would say ranch.
Yes,
Unless
but
we're at Outback.
you gotta realize, we don't go to these cheap yeah, we do. I don't get ranch at McDonald's or stuff like that. I'll get it where they make it. Or
Well,
at
yeah,
least
I'm
makes
just saying,
it.
like, sit-down restaurants, he
Yeah.
gets ranch, unless it's Outback, and then...
I like their ranch amazingly, but because I have so much of it
Right.
for other stuff, I get like honey
then
mustard,
the honey mustard,
tangy tomato. I
or
like
the blue cheese chopped salad or whatever.
with the vinaigrette, but not.
What do
yeah.
I get?
Always get ranch.
Or Caesar.
Oh.
If they have a good Caesar, I usually get Caesar.
Who are you? I don't even know you.
I know, I was like, he's going to say Caesar, because I always get Caesar.
Yeah, and she never tells them no croutons, and
But
so
then I don't eat 'em.
our little joke is about how kids would love croutons in other countries. so we
Because
don't
I
get
just
'em.
pick them off.
Probably not
Okay,
funny.
what do we get to drink when we go out? You generally get Coke or water.
Hard liquor.
No, we don't really get alcohol. We don't have a problem
You
with
know,
alcoholic beverages. We
no.
just don't get them much.
And I like girly drink ones. I like apple
Anything green, I was
teenies.
gonna say anything sour green apple.
Yeah.
He likes.
But no, I can't pretend. I'm not that.
No,
cool.
I generally get Coke or water too.
I get Coke or water. I like water with lemon if I'm feeling, the problem is I will get so fat from drinking so much Coke because when you go to a place like that, you get bored while you're waiting on your salad. It's like, oh, I want another Coke.
I never drink much unless I'm at a restaurant.
And each one has like 250 calories, and I
Okay.
drink like 4. So.
Yeah. Okay. Shoe size. He wears always a 13.
13, just about everything.
Yeah. Tom's shoes, you can't wear a 13. They're too small. What size do I wear?
I'm gonna guess says 6.
Generally, it can range
I
though,
have
but
no
6
idea.
is that's a good guess. Okay.
I just buy her jewelry.
What do you collect?
I wish I could collect more than I do. I would collect. Oh, seriously. Hold up.
Well, now you made them all sick.
Stephen King and Dean Koontz books, and I like them both. Stephen King a lot more. I would collect posters. I love music. I love lamp. No, but yeah, that's my thing. What about you? Let's
I
see
don't
what
really
about
collect anything, do I? I mean,
shoes and purses, but
I
she's
don't
gone.
really do that anymore.
Yeah,
I kind of did that for a while.
we're too poor to collect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the next one?
thing?
Yeah.
You messed me all up. I can't say now. Favorite sandwich? I don't
It
know. You
depends.
try different stuff.
I try different stuff, but like I had one today, we went out to Little Deli. If I can get a roast beef, like rare roast beef, on nice bread, that's about as good as it gets. I love roast beef. Most of the time, sandwiches I get or I buy are based on our budget and not my desire. That's why I go to Subway. Nobody with money goes to Subway. I go to Subway and I get like their $5 one.
Yeah, if I go somewhere that's got good sandwiches,
Yeah.
a good BLT.
Yeah.
Like a BLT, you can't go wrong with
Yeah.
that.
I
We
like
had a
it.
really good BLT
And
today.
peanut butter and jelly. I know that's weird, but I love it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Your favorite cereal? I would say it's Captain Crunch.
For me,
Yeah.
I have different ones. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Captain Crunch, if I eat a lot, it hurts the roof of my mouth.
Mine.
I like healthy cereals sometimes too. Not
Yeah.
like cat food looking cat litter.
Like
food.
bad for you cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like I could eat a whole box. Like,
But
oh,
I also like almond, bunch of it.
Honey bunches of
it.
oats, the almond,
Yeah,
cinnamon.
I like
that
a
sort of
lot.
thing.
I like a lot.
Okay. Favorite kind of music. Yours. He
Overall.
likes pretty much everything except for country.
And even that I can handle some, but
Like
yeah.
pop country. is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Or old, but yeah, mostly like I just love artists. I don't do that.
But like that indie.
I kind of like
rock
indie
thing
rock.
is kind
Yeah,
of-
I like indie rock and British rock. Stuff
I
like
like
that.
pretty much.
I love,
I like indie rock a lot. I like some pop.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would say you're kind of indie pop. She likes a lot of stuff like some of Sia's stuff, and then she likes
Yeah, not too
six.
strange.
Yeah, Sixpence None the Richer, and she loves anything Brandon Flowers will ever be a part of it. See, she lights up.
Killers.
The Killers, yeah. And he's a nice looking guy.
Yeah. Favorite sports team? Crimson Tide.
Alabama,
Yeah.
absolutely.
College football. I don't really like pro ball, but if I have to pull for somebody in pro ball, probably the Packers.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Oh, we're good.
But I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't.
And then, like, other than that, we don't really. I mean, we watch golf.
I love golf. I'm a huge Tiger Woods fan, and but I love the game of golf even beyond that. But yeah, golf and Alabama football.
Golf and football are both the only two sports we watch. Something you wish I didn't do.
I don't think there's anything that is like all the time. But I'd probably say sometimes it'd probably be something similar to what I wish I didn't do a lot, and that's sometimes I think our patience is a little thin with, not even on waiting for things, but just like, things can be stressful and things can, I think it, a little bit more perseverance and not so much the attitude to kind of give up on something right away.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
Here's my list.
Yeah, no. I don't know. For me, I don't know. I feel like he tends to freak out about stuff that doesn't need to be freaked out about. Like little things around the house, like especially like cleaning and cleanliness.
Yeah, and it's not like,
but I'm not a dirty person at all.
No, but it's not, let me freak out real quick. It's not like dust on top of your ceiling fan stuff. We are not dirty. We are pretty clean, but we have 2 cats.
He hates our cats.
I love my cat.
No, he doesn't even love his cat.
But I would say that we have hardwood floors and they drag cat litter out, and so every day I go around with a dustpan like I work at Starbucks sweeping up.
That's irritating to me too, but my point is they do it every single day, so we shouldn't freak out about it all the time.
No, we shouldn't freak out.
But I would say that probably what comes to mind the most is I do wish he would pay attention more when he drives. I feel like he's always either looking in the back seat at Gianna, on his phone, or the biggest thing is he's looking at his iPod because he had, looking for songs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can do that. I can look for songs, but he wants to do it, so I feel like.
Because I don't want to listen to Bette Midler all the time.
He does have them.
Why would they be on my iPod?
Okay.
She's good. Very good.
What's your family's background or origins? You don't even really know, do you?
Yeah, mostly Irish and, Scottish. I know I shouldn't confuse the two. But I looked up the Carol thing, and we have like a really cool, what do they call those, badges?
No, your
logo.
No, your family's crest.
Crest.
Yes, your crest.
Logo.
That's the
cool.
modern term for it.
Yeah.
We
came. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you came from like the line of McCarroll's or
when
something.
Yeah, something like that. But if you research, they were a Studley brand of men. We fought wild beasts, also known as wildebeests, with our bare hands, and we actually had to move because the demand from the females was overpopulating the country.
No, that was just, he totally made all that up.
Look it up.
My mom's side of the family is Lebanese, which is probably where I get, my dark hair and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
My dad's side of the family, I think, is British. That's where we get pounders, because they were actually bankers, and the British have pounds, right?
I never knew that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then
that'll be 2 pounds.
He's not very good with accents.
I bet enough wine's in the family, Bruce.
Anyway, and then I think my dad's side has some Indian in them too. Like my great grandmother is like full-blooded Cherokee or.
She gets a discount at the 7-Eleven. Sorry, Joe Biden said it. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I love Indian people.
But that's not even the kind of Indian we're talking about. Not people from India.
Oh.
We're talking like Cherokee, like Native American. Sorry, we're not even supposed to call them Indians anymore, are we?
What's
We're Native
the
Americans.
political?
Native Americans.
They're the original Americans.
Okay. What kind of cake? You bake a cake for my birthday. What kind do you make me?
For you,
Yeah.
I know that you really like pie, but if she likes key lime pie. That's her
Yeah, but
favorite.
that's not even like.
I will tell you what you like. Just kidding. She likes a cake. She always loves chocolate.
Yeah.
Anything chocolate.
Probably though, like one of my favorites is yellow cake with chocolate icing. That's really good.
Yeah.
If I make him a cake, I make him carrot cake with cream cheese icing, or red velvet with cream cheese icing.
Yeah, those are good. My stomach went because we were talking about cake. I'm obsessed.
What could I spend hours doing? I don't even know why we're laughing.
I know why.
He could spend hours working on music.
I love working on music and stuff,
serious.
and I love golf. You could put me on a golf course 10 hours a day, and I would not get bored. I love it. So many different shots to hit, and I used to be pretty good back in the day, and I'm kind of decent now, but not great.
I think one of the cats pooped.
Savior from hell.
For me, what do you think I could spend hours doing?
I'm glad we're almost done with these questions because I'm about to get mad on camera. Oh my god.
Okay, just
I'm
answer
sorry.
the question.
What's a unique talent?
No, what can I spend hours doing?
She likes to, she loves to read, and I will go through because of, not because I don't want to sit down and read or attention span, but usually if I get a novel, like a long one, like a lot of the ones we like are around 1,000 pages or so, it takes me usually about 3 weeks of, every day reading for 15 minutes or something, and she can sit down and read a novel in less than 2 days. Usually 2 afternoons she'll be done with it.
If I can have a couple of hours of straight reading, not being interrupted, I can do
and she retains it. I mean, I thought she was skimming over, but she's awesome.
I like to read.
Yeah.
Okay, unique talent. This is the last question. No, he is. I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
He's really good. I don't know if he would say this is a unique talent, but I think it's pretty unique. He's really good with musically. I don't know. He can just hear stuff and pick it out or figure it out. I can't do that. So to me, that's pretty talented because I don't know. You could sit me at a piano all day and I couldn't figure out how to play anything. But
Yeah.
he can.
I learned how to play.
Yeah, he kind
songs.
of taught himself piano too. So I mean, that's a pretty unique.
I had
talent.
some lessons for a little bit, but
He took 3 lessons and learned how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and then now he plays everything.
Yeah, but I'm not very trained. I just kind of do stuff. But yeah.
I don't have a unique talent.
Yes, you do. That is true. Sometimes.
That is true. You just
No,
said.
no, that is true that you do have a talent. That is not true that you don't. Hey, it smells so bad in here. It's like we're in a pile of slop. It's so gross. There's gonna be so much to clean up in there. I hate it. I would say probably sometimes a talent is a combination of things you do.
I don't have one. That's why he's like.
She's a great singer. Has a very good voice.
But
has
even
good
that's
pitch.
not unique. I mean, lots of
No,
people
it
can
is because
sing.
lots of people say they can and they sing along with stuff, but when you're actually the one in the red making the sound, it's a totally different thing. She's a good singer. She's great at. I will say this: she knows how to write in 7 or 8 different fonts, pretty fluently.
I do like handwriting.
She can copy it's weird. She's
I have my mom's signature down.
she's like
pat.
pages on your Mac or
I
something.
can do his signature pretty well too.
Yeah,
I can do my dad's pretty well.
I was like, I didn't write that check.
I have a unique talent.
I didn't write that
Do you know?
check, and well, you signed right here, Mr. Carroll.
That's
Do
never
I
happened.
go to shoe store? Or pay
No.
less for shoes? What do they call it?
Pay less?
Pay less? Do I do that?
I wouldn't even go to
I don't
pay
write out checks, Mr. Bankman. It's not my signature.
less. Okay,
I've dressed
so
this yeah, that's
that's
it.
it.
Yeah, I have questions.
now you know.
I didn't know about these until, so I will be coming up with my own. And
Hey,
we'll
yeah, we can do a part 2.
actually, what we may do next time, we're gonna do this really cool. I'll probably set up like a Ustream account and we'll do it live and we'll get everybody to watch us do it live.
Ooh,
And that
wouldn't that be
way-
exciting?
Cause after she edits this, it's gonna be crazy. She'll be like, how
I
much
don't
do
even
you?
think I'm gonna edit it. I'm just gonna stick it up there.
Nobody's gonna watch 30 minutes of us rambling on.
We watched 30
Well,
minutes
it'll
of
have- Oh, yeah, that's
looking at
true.
her husband.
Yeah, yeah, that was interesting. Okay.
Alrighty, well, that's it. Now you know all about us. So,
And we are very happy. And today, what's cool is here, literally, I can see what time it is. In less than an hour and a half, we go to an attorney's office to
to sign our life away.
close on our first house.
Yeah,
We've
buy
always
our house.
rented,
We're
so
buying this place that we're living in.
yeah, it's pretty cool, and
Pretty
we're
exciting.
excited. I've never thought being that much in debt would be that much fun.
Woo!
It's an investment. It's not.
Yeah, it's not debt. It's an investment.
It's an investment.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Oh, there it is.